Good morning, it's Hannah here. How you going? Look, today is my last show on air. I've had the best time hosting the gig, and I just reckon what better way to go out, have some amazing guests in the studio. Joining me now is Cam O'Reilly. Coming up after, we've got Alex Witty, Sam Brittain, and Dyllan from Poets of Slam Society. It is going to be an amazing show. But Cam, having you in the studio right now, it's amazing. You were here the first show.
Oh, I know. Nothing's changed. I can safely say not a lot's changed.
No, but it's so good to have you in here. You've been up to heaps lately, haven't you?
Oh, I certainly have, yeah.
So you're in a band. Tell me about your band.
Yep, so in a band called Pumpometer. We have finished recording and mixing our first EP. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of getting album art and getting it released. We've had a bit of a break for a while. I had a baby at the start of the year and a few other things that have just gotten in the way. Yeah, so no, we've just gotten back on and just starting all that up again. In the meantime, I've been writing my own original music and finally sort of flexing my creativity bone a little bit more and penning some songs and really enjoying that and just, being a bit more creative with everything and, spreading my musical wings a little bit more.
For sure. Well, coming up after this, we will be hearing you play live one of those originals. Woo. You're on the gig. You're listening to the gig. Hannah and Cam here. Cam, what was that song? Who was it by?
Oh, gee, I have no idea. Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You're a bit of a fan of them, aren't you?
Just a little bit. My inspiration, my life's inspiration.
You slightly remind me of like myself when I was 12 years old, obsessed with One Direction. I just see a lot of resemblance when you talk about. If you saw
not my bedroom, my studio. It's pretty much what your bedroom would have been like.
Well, I guess we could kind of say they were just opening up for you because right now we're going to hear a live song from you. Just tell me what this song is and kind of just a bit about what was going on in your head when it happened.
Cool. So this song, it's called Separation. I guess the title kind of says it all. It's just basically about being separated. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I was stuck at home and my wife was out somewhere and I couldn't get to her and it kind of just flowed on from there. So just about missing someone that you love and not being able to get to them, and how much it sucks.
Let's hear it.
Stuck here, I'm lost without you, like a shadow. But I'm thinking it's all about you, now I don't know. Should I write you, do what's right for me to put the words down? When you come home, no, you're not alone, jewel in my crown. I can't stand the separation, I need my fix, it's true. Broken that communication, the satellites flew through. A fucked up situation, helpless and confused. I can't stand the separation from you. Your eyes like a starfire. Wanna touch you, so I try to reach my desire. Hard to find it in a world amplified. Still I hear your love. Scented goddess, I know you must be near, right above. I can't stand the separation. My fix, it's true. Broken that communication, the satellites flew through. A fucked up situation, helpless and confused. I can't stand the separation from you. skin so smooth like a blanket. I'm hoping that this won't be short-lived, hard to think it. Grab your body, throw the sheets off the bed, I've been waiting. Now I got it, plant a kiss on your head, tears are fading. I can't stand the separation, and my fix it's true. Broken that communication, the satellites flew through. A fucked up situation, helpless and confused. I can't stand the separation from you.
That was amazing. I'm sure that's like a song everyone listening could kind of just be like, oh shit, yeah, that's happened to me.
I hope so.
That's the best thing about music. Everyone can relate to it. I reckon that's my favourite song now.
Thank you. I'm really glad to hear that.
Here's my second favourite. It's from Jimmy Eat World, The Middle. You're on the gig. Jimmy Eat World there with The Middle. Alex Witty just walked in the studio. How are you going?
Good, how are you?
Still feeling a bit sore after the other night. Alex played an amazing gig. Tell us about that.
Yeah, still recovering. We opened for Choosing Sides. They had an EP launch. They're a local band down our way, and we had a lot of local support. So a lot of love in the crowd, and just one of the best shows we've played. Big stage, jumped off a few things and surfed the crowd a few times.
Yeah, can we just talk about that? So you're like to me, oh yeah, like I was crowd surfing. I was like, yeah, Alex is like too nice for that. And then like full on.
So before we started, there was a few bands there, and one of the dudes, I played a show with him before, and he's a really nice guy, and he said like, if you do a guitar solo, like tell me, and I'll pick you up, like I'll try and hold you. And then a bunch of my other friends who were there were like, yeah, do it, we'll get you around as well. So then it started happening, started improvising my solo, and then I just turned around, and they all caught me. It's pretty sick.
It was amazing.
Awesome,
have you ever? Do you have any stories like that?
Not
Come on, you're the punk guy.
Not mid-gig. I'm holding a massive bass guitar, so it's harder for me usually. Our guitarist has a wireless rig, and he likes to get around. He'll either crowd surf or jump on a table or run around the crowd a little bit and have a bit of fun with it. But no, personally, done it at gigs, not during a gig.
Speaking of guitars, Alex, you've got your guitar with you now. We will be hearing live from you coming up soon. Living in Now is All Torn Down. You're on the gig. Living in there, All Torn Down. Cam and Alex joining me in the studio. We just heard Cam play live before. It's a pretty tough act to follow. Alex is going to give it a shot. Alex, what will we be hearing from you?
I'm going to play an instrumental I wrote a few years ago called Dunny's Song.
Thank you so much. Let's hear it. just amazing. Like, I always think, oh yeah, Alex can play guitar, but then like I actually hear you play again, I'm like, oh my god, he can like really, really play.
He's trying to make me look bad, I reckon.
No, you guys are best friends. I can't have any tension here. Yeah, so Alex, you just did like an amazing acoustic song then. You're also in this punk band. How many bands and stuff are you in? How many people like try to claim you?
Okay, so I'm in the punk band, ADM 73, and then I'm in another acoustic-y band, the Ivies, which is very like John Butler-y kind of rock stuff, and then I also do all this solo stuff, like also sing when I play solo sometimes, and then played in a small jazz band, and then I play electric guitar for Cole, who's one of the next up and coming artists. He's insane. I play electric guitar for his solo project, so yeah, keep busy.
You're a busy guy. Cam, you're going to follow that up after this. It just keeps building and building. Lost Woods now, Billy Zane. Lost Woods there with Billy Zane. You're on the gig. Cam and Alex joining me in the studio. Guys, Cam, we're going to hear live from you again. This is just like a massive gig in here for me. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a bit like
Good times.
selfish. Yeah.
Good times.
First off, guys, that you both kind of play really different music, but both of you, I feel your songs very personal. And you know, how does your songwriting process work? I want to hear from both of you.
Yeah, so basically, like you say, I think it has to start with something meaningful. Too many pop songs and things are just written on, you know, just some really meaningless, boring thing. So yeah, picking a meaningful subject. Most of the time, I'll think of just one phrase, so it'll be literally like 5 words or something, just one little phrase. That reflects upon something that's going on in my life at that time, or something that's happening that I think is relevant. And then I'll flesh that out, and it's amazing when if you stay focused and kind of, you know, just focus on that one topic and keep it direct, you can flesh out 1 word to 100 words in half an hour sort of thing. And then music-wise, I think it's just matching the music to the lyrics. So if you're, you know, if the lyric is deep and emotional, the music should sound deep and emotional. If it's raw and gritty, then the music should be raw and gritty, and it's about, yeah, really matching, you know, the sound of the music to what the lyrics are trying to convey, so that everyone can understand the message.
Is there anything else you can add to that, Alex?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I guess I take a bit of a different approach, but I like that. That's
Everyone does, eh?
Very good, yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the beauty of songwriting, I guess. Yeah, for me, it's always just been a way of being able to voice how I feel about things, or how I'm feeling. Like, it's a way for me to vent, you know. A lot of people don't talk about the way they're feeling, and now there's so many ways you can, and it's just awesome to be able to speak out about certain things through songwriting, and yeah.
Is there some, like, so you walked the Kokoda. Has experiences like that, do they really influence you, or is there people that you've met and
Yeah, so I sort of just get influenced by anything.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just a spur of the moment thing, like it can be at like 3 in the morning, I can just start thinking about something, and then bam, like within 5 minutes I'll have a whole page of lyrics written out kind of thing, or something like that. Some take a little bit longer, like some I'll think about a little bit more, but usually the songs that happen quickest are the ones that...
The easier it is, the better they are.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
All the
The
time,
easier
yeah.
it comes to you, the better the song is, definitely. The more you're thinking and trying, the more convoluted and it just loses it.
I love this. I could listen to you guys speak about this all day, but we've got to hear more music. Cam, you've got another song to play for us.
Okay.
What's this one? And while we're on the topic of songwriting, was this like a 3 in the morning one that was just like bam out?
This was, I literally thought of the lyric out of the water, and 10 minutes later I had the whole song written down. So yeah, I had the guitar, everything. I had the riff all ready to go, and it just kind of...
I bet I won't believe that when I hear it.
It's hard to say, but this one just kind of came to me. I would say not that much thought kind of had to go into it, which again, they're the best songs. That's why I chose this one to play. So
let's go.
All right. For you in the long haul, I'd wait a lifetime for you to take you to the bowl, because I owe you, baby, the good that you've done for me. I can never repay you, I can only set you free. Can only set you free. Yeah, yeah. Well, out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. My head was going under, couldn't get back on my feet. Just for a second wonder, am I gonna sink so deep? I swear I might not be here to write these songs I do. So unselfish your actions, well, I do the same for you. Well, I do the same for you. Well, out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Well, out of the water, the wide, wide water, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. I could have died that night, saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Well, out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, and saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, and saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Well, out of the water, the wild, you grabbed my hand, pulled me back to the side. Well, I could have died that night, saved by your breath in my lungs, new life. Out of the water, the wild.
That just couldn't have just come. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
That just can't just come to you. That is insanely good. Thank you so much. Now,
Thank you.
We can catch you playing next Tuesday.
That's right.
Busking.
Next Tuesday, doing a bit of busking.
I love it when punk guys busk.
I've done a bit of, I've done a lot of other stuff. I'm normally a bass player first and foremost, so straight away being on guitar's a bit different. But again, just trying to do a few different things and experience different things in the musical world. So doing a bit of solo busking.
Playing at Wanera?
Playing at Wanera, so doing some kind of session bass work as well with a few, so Sold Out, like the big funk jazz soul sort of group. So doing some work there. So that's New Year's Eve at the Wanera Wine Bar. So get out there and enjoy that one. Be a good night. And another one with them on January 19th at Peter Lehman Wines.
Ooh.
Doing another gig
Get
there.
around to that.
And that'll be me on bass, which I'm better on bass than guitar. So
You're not bad on guitar, though. You're not too bad.
I'm not too bad.
Speaking of busking, there's a busker, John Butler. You're kind of a fan of him. Alex, you saw John Butler. Was that just the best night of your life?
Yeah, it's the third time I've seen him, so it's pretty cool when you get to see your biggest idol 3 times within like 2 years or
He's
something.
the best live musician.
He's
hands
insane,
down.
isn't he? Yeah. He just every time I get goosebumps, especially when I see him.
Well, I asked John Butler to come into the studio, and he was like, you know what, Hannah, I would love to, but he's just a bit busy today. Alex, you're going to be his replacement and play one of his biggest hits.
Next best thing.
Pretty equal, I reckon, actually.
Oh,
You're going to play Ocean for us.
yeah.
I just love it when you do this. I'm just going to stop talking, and you just do your thing. Alex, that was absolutely incredible. Like, I know you can't, like...
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Like, I just did not stop smiling that whole time. I know it's like radio and you can't see me, but yeah, no, did not stop smiling. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Green Day Now, Time of Your Life. My God, I'm so happy John Butler couldn't come in. Green Day, they were Time of Your Life. I'm so lucky. I've been joined in the studio by Cam and Alex. I've got Dyllan from Pulitzer Slam Society and Sam Brittain coming up in the next hour. Right now, though, I just reckon we're going to chat to someone who's not a musician, but has just, like, made my radio journey absolutely amazing. Patch, how are you going?
I can play a couple of instruments.
No, you can't. What are you
Yes, I
on
definitely
about?
can. Oh, listen, I can't play them as well as Cam and Alex who you've got in the studio. Can I just say, to those boys, unbelievably good.
Thank you. Well, I like my thanking you. Alex's thank you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're awesome, boys. Alex, I particularly like that instrumental, original one you did earlier. That was wicked.
Oh, thanks so much. Thank you.
On the phone, I've got Damon, Patch. You've got two names to me.
That's it.
well, it was about this time last year we were thrown together in like this radio trio with another lovely girl called Els. And
Oh, that's right. Well, we had the
Can't forget
pleasure
her.
of. That's right. We had the pleasure of hanging out for a couple of months, and we fell in love with your vibe. Then you've got such an old soul, and you love for music, and to share this experience with you was amazing. But it's sad that you're wrapping up on radio for now. What are you doing?
what am I doing? Good point. You know I never know what I'm doing, but I'll think of something, won't I?
Well, I just want to say congrats on the last show. It's been great tuning into the gig over the time you've been doing it, and I hope you're not lost to radio for too long because you're amazing.
Oh, Patch, thank you. I'm not allowed to cry on radio, but I probably will afterwards now.
Boys, quick, make her cry.
No, I'm not going to cry. Patch, what have you been up to? You're in the car at the moment. Last time I saw you, it was at schoolies.
Yeah, that's
good times,
right.
good times.
I am a bit of a 30-something toolie at the moment, but
yeah, were you even allowed there?
we are. No, we were.
Yeah.
We're off on a family holiday today, but recently I've been on a competing radio station called Power FM. It's not a stone's throw from Tanunda, Murrayland, South Coast, Adelaide Hills, but you can catch it through streaming if you don't want to listen to Triple B. Shouldn't have got me on the radio, Hannah.
Patch, thank you so much for chatting. I'm glad that, you haven't quite been able to get rid of me and you've kind of stuck there with me through a lot. We've just had the best times.
We definitely did.
I'll chat to you soon. Thanks so much for talking.
Lots of love, Hannah. Be
Lots
tuning
of
in to the
love.
last show. Enjoy it.
Thank you. Love you. Bye. Patch there. I've done so much radio stuff with him. He's just amazing. To finish off this hour, and then we've got Dyllan and Sam coming to the studio. Cam, you've got one more song for us.
One more to do, yes. This one's called Era. I thought it'd be appropriate for the end of the era.
Am I
of
gonna cry
Hannah
again?
being on radio. Well, we'll see. For me personally, it was written about the recent closure of Barossa Music Centre, so that was my first job that I ever had. Worked there for 10 or 11 years, and it's just really sad to see the state of the music industry and things that are happening, and music shops closing and people, basically just everyone involved in music is struggling to make a living. So we need more people listening to local radio, people plugging local artists, doing things for local musicians, and just give people opportunities to do what they love. And it's a skill and it's an art and it should be recognised for what it is.
Yeah.
So this one is called Era. Time when I feel safe and sound, surrounded by these walls. The end of an era, a time to step up and take charge. Now on my shoulders the weight falls. Back in the mirror, look back at the friends that I made, man, we had some good times way back then. Back in the mirror, don't like what I don't see, We'll take it back and live like it's yesterday. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. The next step is clearer. The next step is taking stock of all the bad, and all the good will come. Is clearer. I'm stepping out on my own and reclaiming what's mine, mine alone. Tipping up nearer, it's creeping up so damn fast that time is of the essence to survive. Yeah, 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 it's creeping up nearer. Kills me, and now I'm done, and I feel so alive. Yeah. Well, I'm not just giving it all away. No, no. We'll take it back and live like it's yesterday. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not just giving it all away. No, no. No, no. Yeah. We'll take it back and live like it's yesterday. Yeah, 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 yeah. The end of an era. The end of an era. The end of an era.
Yes! Woo! Cam and Riley, everybody
Just
thank
for you, Hannah.
Oh, Cam, thank you so much. Alex, Cam,
Wonderful.
thank you for coming in. You've both been you haven't just been people that I've met in the music industry and it's like, bye! You've kind of stuck with me on this whole journey. Thank you so much to both of you. And
thank you.
you're both
Thank
amazing.
you.
And remember me when you're famous.
Will do.
Alex and Sam coming up. Oh, Dyllan and Sam coming up after this. Hey Dyllan, how's it going? Friends are on there with me, Built This City. Joining me in the studio, I've got Dyllan from Poets of Slam Society. Sam! Woo! Sam Brittain. Are you going to give us a woo too? How are you guys going?
Yeah!
Yeah! Happy to be here. We're all feeling great on a Saturday morning. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
Dyllan, what have you been up to? You've been in here twice. You're almost a
I've been
regular.
here 3 times.
3 times. I would almost say you're a regular.
No, I don't know.
You're basically a co-host. What have you been up to?
Oh man, so me and the band, we just did a gig at Minnesota Fats in the city,
Mhm.
and that was a sick night.
I saw some videos of that. I was like,
Yeah.
why wasn't I there?
Yeah, Poets of Slam Society. We've been talking about putting an album together, so that's probably going to drop in late January.
Wow, that's not even that far away.
No, it's not. We're pretty excited.
Yeah.
We could just belt them out, so that'll be good. I've gone a little bit solo.
Yeah.
I've started up a page and called myself Lardzard.
We'll be talking about that after because I think that's just not something we can just brush over.
I know.
Sam, welcome
Yeah.
back. You're also a regular. How have you been? You've just come back from a tour.
Yeah, doing well. Just
Yeah.
back from the US, and it's nice to be back in Australia and kind of get 3
Bit warm.
summers this year, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't complain at all. How have you been?
I've been really good, thank
Doing well?
you.
Happy
Doing
days.
very well.
Pink headphones are looking great today.
Thank you always. So you, like America, it's a massive place, but you went to Nashville. Can you? I went to Nashville a couple of years ago now, and I can't believe you left there. I just feel like you would have gone there and just been like, this is where I want to live forever now.
It's a pretty amazing city.
Jeez.
I think I could take Nashville in small doses. You know. There's just so much music going on that it can be a little overwhelming at times. And I mean, as long as you stick clear of Broadway, you can find some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, it was probably more about I enjoyed the music scene more so of LA.
Okay.
Nashville was great for the time that I was there. Did Americana Fest, but it was a little bit of a.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean it's a massive festival. You know, they call it Americana Fest, but it's got a lot more going on than just Americana and alternative country music. But it was fantastic. Just a week of every bar and every street corner and every place just full of bands playing their stuff and great attendances and the likes of, you know, Emmylou Harris and Robert Cray.
Yeah.
John Prine, Van Morrison. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Casey Chambers was there as well.
Wow.
Flying the home flag.
Yeah.
It was a really good festival.
How did they how did they take your music? Because you've got a unique style as it is, and then let alone over in Nashville.
Well, I think it was really strange for me. You know, a lot of people have been saying for a long time, you know, that America would be a good spot for you to go and play. And having lived in Ireland and over in England for most of the time before that, I was like, no, this is kind of working for me and it's cool and I'm digging it here. But I soon worked it out when I got to America that everything they'd been saying was true and it was a good place to be.
Yeah.
And the music was really well accepted. I played some great shows, had a lovely time.
And speaking of which, we've just recently lost an absolute legend who I know you love, Tom Petty.
Really? I have not heard this news.
Really?
Oh no.
Oh, well, let's just have a chat about this. Tom Petty, his final show.
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah.
How was the show? Like,
I don't know. It's kind of hard
looking
to
back on
explain.
it.
You know, in hindsight, it was quite a monumentous occasion. You know, I thought it was big enough on its own. Being Tom Petty hasn't toured Australia since the mid '80s. You know, and he's I grew up with all of his records, massive influence on my music, and I never thought I'd get the chance to see him live, let alone to see him play his final night ever at the Hollywood Bowl. And yeah, it was just crazy. It was a 3.5-hour lesson in rock and roll and how to write a song. You know, Lucinda Williams opening up. It was a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
yeah.
It was almost to the minute. 1 week exactly later, at 8:40 p.m. I was in New York, and the news broke that they'd found him in his Malibu home, having suffered a heart attack. And the whole city, it was amazing. The whole city, just this depression fell over the whole city. And then, when the news was announced that he passed away, every bar. I was walking around Brooklyn hunting down all of the secondhand vinyl shops and just buying up everything that I could. And the news broke that he'd passed away. And like I said, it was almost exactly a minute, 8:40 p.m. on the next Monday.
Yeah.
And every bar on every corner of every street just exploded with Heartbreakers tunes for the whole night. And we went out and had many picklebacks. Which, do you know what a pickleback is?
No, I don't.
So
actually.
pickleback
Enlighten
in
me.
Brooklyn, they all the bars kind of like serve their own pickles. They use in their burgers and all the rest of it. But they also make their own whiskey in house. So every bar has their own house whiskey.
Yeah.
So a pickleback is a Brooklyn thing that you get a shot of the pickle juice and a shot of whiskey, and you got to have the first little bit of the pickle juice, like just a bit, and then shot the whiskey, then drink the rest of the pickle juice.
So you use the pickle juice as the chaser.
That's it.
Something is wrong with that. We're going Tom Petty song right now, and then we've got some live music coming up. Tom Petty there. Sam, you had the honour to see him.
Yeah.
He's passed away, but his music, I don't reckon he's ever going to die. His music is just always going to be there. Like you said, the rock and roll lessons and...
He's just one of those dudes that's got a catalogue that spans so many generations that at some point in all of our lives, we've grown up with a Tom Petty song, whether we really knew it or not. And I think the cool thing about when you go to a concert or you revisit his catalogue is just how many incredible albums there are there, and then how many songs that you remember from that whatever point in time, whether it was on the radio in your auntie and uncle's car while you were going on summer holidays or something, you know. But the references that you've got with his music are just so incredible and so vast. And yeah, it was an honour. It was a privilege to see him. I never thought I'd tick that box. It was very cool.
You ticked it just in time.
Yeah, just in time.
Dyllan, you've got to play some live music for us now.
Sure, I'll play some live music.
But can you just, you've just also, let's talk about your solo stuff.
Okay.
Your name, everything, why you've decided to do a bit of solo stuff.
Alright.
How's it all going for you?
My band's got a lot of downtime at the moment because of responsibilities, you know, how it is when you're starting out and stuff, and, you know, you're not getting paid gigs and stuff, so, you know, you've got to figure out your own ways to get around that. So I've got a lot of time in my hands, and I just decided that, you know, while I've got the gift, I'm going to use it, and there's no point in wasting time like that. So I just started up a solo band camp and went for it, and I've put out 2 singles on there, and one of them's really freaky, and I'd like to play it. But you know, I haven't got my bass on me, and my bass is like integral. But the other one is like nice and soft, and I'll probably play that one later. But I was gonna cover a Crosby, Stills and Nash cover of I can't remember the original artist, but
Cover of a cover.
A cover of a cover.
Right, let's hear that cover of a cover with Dyllan covering it.
Alright, so this is Everybody's Talking. Everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. People stop and staring. I can't see their faces, only the shadows of their eyes. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Backing up of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer's breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me. I can't hear a word they're saying. Everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they say. Only the echo records on my mind. People stop and staring. I can't see their faces, only the shadows of their eyes. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Backing off of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer's breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Nice.
Very nice. Look, that was a cover, but I spoke to Cam and Alex before about songwriting, and they both had really different ways that they write songs. I want to talk to you, both of you, now about songwriting.
All right.
Starting with you, Dyllan, you just played a cover. But are there any recent events that have really inspired you to write?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's sort of hard living at home as someone who, you know, doesn't earn money from doing what they love doing, and you know, it's something I want to pursue with all my time and all my energy, and I've got a song out about just trying to deal with that frustration, I guess, of just not being able to make it work for me. That's something that inspires me, I guess. Yeah, a lot of my situational stuff inspires me to write my music.
For sure. Now, Sam, you've worked harder than I think any musician that I know. You've just like buckled down and just like, this is what I'm going to do. What advice do you have for people that are like, you know, it's like people get stuck in this because it's what they want to do, and the music industry is so hard to break. What's Sam's words of wisdom? Because I know you've got so many words of wisdom.
How did you make it work?
Every aspiring musician who wants to make it work needs a really, really high quality copy of RoboCop on DVD, because when everything else isn't working out, you can just go and watch that.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be fine.
Look at those wise words.
You know, I feel like that's the best advice I can give.
For sure.
No, in all seriousness, I think you've got to be a little bit crazy, and you've got to be super dedicated. It's got to be basically all you want to do, and anything you're happy to do, you're going to make a lot of sacrifices along the way of missing friends' birthdays and engagement parties and weddings and all those kinds of things to be away on the road playing shows. But the payoff is there if you're prepared to do it, and then all of a sudden, you know, you start being able to slow down a little bit and see more of those people again. But one day you wake up and suddenly the thing that wasn't earning you a living and you were pouring everything into and it wasn't working, suddenly it is, and you can't really remember where along the track it started working. But that's at the point that, you know, you started working hard enough, and then you've got to grit your teeth and work harder.
Well, so. I'm pretty sure both of you, in the best way, are slightly insane, and you're both amazing. Sam, your songwriting, you've been on tour. Did that surely tour songwriting hand in hand together? It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think for any songwriter, it's imperative to be experiencing new things. It doesn't really matter what they are, but just to be putting yourself in different situations where different things can evoke a different response, you know. And songwriting for me has always been situational, in where I've been, who I've met, what's been going on, whether it's about, you know, some guy that's sitting on the corner, you know, some homeless dude with his dog like begging for change, or whether it's, you know, a crazy street performer that you meet along the way as a busker, and or just, you know, someone you sit down at a bar next to and hang out with and have a really nice conversation and hear about their life. You know, all of those things are really great, you know, fuel and fodder for writing songs.
But there's a song you're going to play live for me after this.
Oh, am I?
I've asked for you to play it.
Okay.
It's. I reckon you've got to tell the story. That's going to be coming up after this. You've got to tell the story of this one.
It's
a good one. You're on the gig.
Danzig, yeah.
Yeah.
You're the gig with Hannah. We got some more live music from Sam Brittain. Sam, this next song, I was like, you have to play this for me. You're like, really, Hannah?
What's your last show, Hannah? You know,
Really?
so whatever you want, that's what we're gonna do.
I-
goes, man.
Thank you, guys.
You're in charge.
I really like this attitude. Sam, this song has an amazing story. And like I've heard it a couple of times before, but I've got to hear it again.
Once more.
How many
to be on
times
here.
have you told it?
Oh, too many.
Alright.
Way too many. If I had $1 for every time I've told this story, I'd have like $7.50. There was once I
half
didn't-
the story?
There was once I only got halfway through. Yeah.
Alright, let's make it $8.50.
Yeah, so this song, it was off the record I put out last year, and it's called Sriracha, which came about after I met a lovely old gentleman in a bar in Dublin after busking for a day, and he was a bit down on his luck, and actually had just come from his younger sister's funeral, and was just sitting there in his blue 3-piece tweed suit with his jacket and his hat and his glasses, and sipping his pint of Guinness with a fluorescent pink straw. And I was like, got to say good day to this guy. He's wearing a blue suit.
Yeah.
And drinking a Guinness with a straw. I'm going, I want to know who he is.
Yeah.
So we had a bit of a chat, and yeah, he filled me in on his life and had never left Ireland, and I guess coming to that point in his life where his family and his friends and everyone had kind of passed away, and his sister was the last one left, and so I guess he was kind of sitting there looking for answers in the bottom of a beer glass. But yeah, he told me his story and taught me my first little bit of the traditional Gaelic language, which was the word Sriracha, which means to good health. And yeah, then I went home and wrote this song.
I'm not sure if I should be smiling as much as I am right now. I just can't stop smiling. I love this song so much.
It's that's probably enough jibber jabber, isn't it? Let me just get to it, hey?
Yeah, good.
I see him sitting at the bar alone. It's Friday night for long, but it's the weekend now in Temple Bar, drinking Guinness with a straw. He said the life I have been living, where I was born on Haddington Road. The days I spent as a child there feel like a very long time ago. See, I'm the youngest child of 8. My brothers are all gone. And I buried my baby sister today in the churchyard down the road. And we dream we go to Australia, where my friends moved long ago. But as an Air Force boy at 17, my dreams just seem too bold. Oh, that's why I'm at this bar alone. Oh. You see, my wife's first name was Mary. She could have never lived so torn. From the moment we said our vows, we knew we'd die where we were born. And I'm not claiming to be an expert, I don't even know where to start. But I know that I've been searching for a way to heal this heart. See, there's a pub with my name in Melbourne, must be 10,000 miles or more. But at 80 years old, I doubt that I'll cross the threshold of that door. You see, this world's gone topsy-turvy, we're all broken and alone. And we hide behind our selfishness, and we leave the ones we love. Pour me another glass, that's why I'm at this bar alone. Ooh. Seen the world around me, and I've watched the skies at night. I see the webs we've all been weaving. It's not hard to see why everyone lies. Spend years searching for something real. Spend years by what's fake. And I spent all my money getting drunk at this bar, trying to forget all my mistakes. Oh, maybe I'm better off alone. I've been here before. I'm dusted and done. I'm dusted and done. I'm dusted and done. Picks up his cap and old blue jacket and makes his way towards the door. Goodbye, good night, my friend Sriracha. I hope you find what you're looking for. Well, for
I'm just going to say, I reckon my last 3 years at Triple B was just like absolutely top, was absolutely like topped off, summed up perfectly. Thank you for doing that, Sam. Peace and love. Peace
Anything
and love.
for you.
Ryan Adams there, not a bad musician, but I'm joined by two better musicians, Sam and Dyllan. Dyllan, you've got an original for us now. This is just crazy. I'm having the best time here. I hope you guys are having fun. But the most important, peace, Sam. Peace, Sam.
Peace and love.
Dyllan, what's this song going to be?
Okay, so this one's called Rain. Alright, and that's, I wrote it in my shed the other day just because it was raining and it was making me feel really good. And there is no other real explanation as to why I went into writing this song, but I just felt it right to express my feelings about it. So
There doesn't need to be.
So this is Rain, and it's on my little Bandcamp there. I'll probably just explain just quickly. Alright, so I've got a Facebook page called Lardzard, okay, and the Lardzard, okay, one word, and it's just a profile picture of me and my weird beanie, okay, and I'm gonna be posting singles after singles after singles because I'm just in my house doing it. So this is one I wrote in my shed just the other night, and I hope you enjoy it.
We will.
Alright. To me, and wind runs through my evergreen soul. Could have sworn I heard a drum so loud that every fear within me let me go. And every drop was singing praises, and the clouds as sharp as razors rolled on in. To someone way up high I say, never let that rain pass me on by. Rain, lover, rain on me. Rain, lover, rain on me. Mountains turn to grey as peace befalls and pulls their lonely hearts from strife. So settled lambs amidst the innocence of every drop that falls to bring them life, instilling courage in the wilder hearts of horses as they brave the lightning plain. far beyond the lands in which I grew. I found my home within the rain. Rain, lover, rain on me. Rain, lover, rain on me.
That the weather decided to rain that day. Oh, I won't interfere. Oh, we just had a little guitar. Yes. Thank you so much for that. So let's talk about upcoming gigs. I've heard both of you play live now, and it's like, how could you not want to see you guys? Just letting you know, if you're listening, they look as good as they sound as well. So go and see them. Guys, upcoming gigs. What's going on? Where can we catch you guys?
We don't have any upcoming gigs at the moment, but
you'll make some.
But we'll make some, and you know what? Just if you follow the Poets of Slam Society or me, Lard Zard, on Facebook, okay, I'll keep everything updated there.
Yep.
That'll be fine. It's your turn.
Grace Emily.
Yeah, we've just got one more coming up before the end of the year. The Grace Emily for it's on December the 21st, Thursday night, with two of my great friends, Sesh'n and Ryan Martin John. But this time we're doing it. It's a busy time of year. And we are donating all of the proceeds from the show to the Salvation Army's Christmas Appeal.
That's beautiful.
So if anyone in the Barossa can make it down to Adelaide and come and fly the Barossa flag at the Grace Emily that night, that'd be very much appreciated. All the funds are going to a really great cause to, you know, hopefully help someone out who's maybe not quite as lucky to have as spoiled a Christmas as I'm sure all of us have had over the years. So
for sure.
Yeah, tickets are all available via Moshtix or at the door on the night if they're still available.
Amazing. We've still got more to come from you guys. Dean Ray now with Sapphire. Dean Ray there with Sapphire. Well, I'm a bit sad because I'm going to say goodbye now.
No.
No, yeah, right. I'll stay on here. I'll just say, let's do like a 3-day radio bender.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah, I reckon you guys would be down for that, surely.
Yeah, I can write an album.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, this is it. It's a bit sad. I've been at Triple B, I think 3 years now, and it has just been the most amazing journey. I'm not going to cry. But I've met some amazing people that have come into my life. They've shared their music with me. They've shared their stories with me, just like who you two have today. Massive thanks to Cam and Alex as well in the first hour for coming in. Yeah, music's pretty cool, I reckon. It's just let's just can you both just tell me what your favourite thing about music is, just to finish off a music show. But let's just finally go all deep.
No, by all means. No, you first. No. Oh man.
It's pretty amazing.
It's just hard to put your finger on one thing that makes music great. It's just, you can go anywhere with it. It's just, you're just free to express however you like, and you know, there's just so many different kinds that no one can judge. And if everyone judges and they're the judge, and that doesn't, you know, it's just you. You know, you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can go wherever you want to go with it. I like that. And I always wanted it to take me places.
And it's taken other people places too.
Yeah.
That's the most amazing thing. Sam, what's music to you?
Yeah, I mean, music's a pretty powerful medium of communication. It's you know, look historically about what the Beatles did to the world in the 60s and what the flower power rock and roll movement was of the 70s. You know, that music has a deep power to affect people's day-to-day life on ways that we don't really still understand. So it's nice to, you know, to be able to do that and be able to do what you do, and hopefully some people like it, and even better, hopefully some people hate it, because then you know you're doing something right. But yeah, that, and when there's free food backstage at the shows, you know,
The green room.
that's really all that matters to me.
The green room is the best thing about it.
Yeah.
And so thank you guys for coming in. A massive thanks as well, I've got to say, to Steve Ellis. He was at Triple B when I first started. I remember, I don't think I went to school that day, which doesn't sound like me at all. And I was walking around town and I had a bandana around my head. I reckon I had 2 bandanas around my arm, one around my neck, wearing full leather, looking absolutely horrible. I know I was. And I walk on in, and he was like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "I want to be on radio." And I was, and I'm about to start to cry. So Sam, can you finish? Learning to fly one last time. Thank you so much.
Well, I started out down a dirty road. Started out well all alone, and the sun went down as I crossed that hill. Well, and the town lit up, oh, and the world got still. Well, I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. And coming down is the hardest thing. Well, the good old days, well, may not return now, and the rocks might melt, and the sea may burn. Well, I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Oh, and coming down is the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing. Well, some say life will beat you down and break your heart now and steal your crown. So started out from God knows where, and I guess I'll know when I get there now. Well, I'm learning to fly around the clouds. Well, and what goes up, well, it must come down now. Oh, I'm learning to fly, well, I'm learning to fly, well, I'm learning to fly now, learning to fly, well, I'm learning to fly, learning to fly.